I don't even have a word.
You can get both mine.
Oh, I just got this. See,
And we're live.
We're live again. Yeah, we are.
Hopefully still.
Wait a minute. I was up at the house last time we were live. What am I doing here?
Well, it only took 2 attempts to get out of the house, get away from the house.
Then I got out and then I had to come back.
Yeah. Well, you forgot one of the most important things, so.
Yeah, Dustin's clothes.
Yeah.
Can't forget those.
Absolutely not.
Too much work to do for him to be laying around bare naked.
yeah, I was gonna say you don't want to see that. You might go blind. Who knows?
No, there won't be any seeing. No fear of that. I mean, that was an exciting crowd. Got a lot to talk about, eh?
Well, sure. Always figure out something.
I was waiting on me. Check this out.
Well, waiting on you is something that
I haven't smoked half of it. I had a pile in there half as big, like that big. Huh? Sorry, I forgot we were on.
Hi, Ella Rose.
Hey, Yellow Rose, you're first.
Won the grand prize. You're first.
Yellow Rose is first tonight.
Yes, I want to welcome everybody, our lurkers, and those who actually put something in the chat room to let us know they're here. And I want to thank everybody for their condolences and expressions of sympathy. We appreciate that.
Yes.
And the work now begins. We're going tomorrow afternoon to finalize the details for the funeral, and it'll be Monday or Tuesday, depending on the schedule at the funeral home. And
I thought they were already settled on Monday.
well, we will hire on. Well, we'd said Monday, but the director at the funeral home said they might have a conflict, so we might have to wait till Tuesday. So we'll have to wait till tomorrow and see what happens.
Yeah, but the good news is I can put my finger on the calendar at a date that somebody's going to be in camp. I'm going to put it on there about Thursday, maybe Friday at the latest, huh?
Well, thank you, Yellow Rose. Don't be so quick to put fingers on calendars yet, but there's still a lot of work to do. But let's see what
that?
Time frame is like.
Well, I already know what I'm doing Wednesday.
Okay, what are you doing Wednesday?
Got to do a little place called Dulles Airport.
Oh, that's right. I was going to say this is Wednesday. What do you mean? What am I doing?
No, this is Thursday.
We're almost on Thursday.
Okay.
You see if it is.
It's not Thursday yet. I didn't have enough sleep last night for this.
I'm just checking to make sure both eyes are open.
You know, who knew sitting around the hospital room could be so exhausting? But,
Yeah, really.
but no, it's still only Wednesday, so. And I see Yellow Rose has let Ron out of the garage or wherever she keeps him.
Yeah, good to see you, Ron. Yep, it's the people that I've talked to about it. I say the same thing, and it's mint in 100% positivity, which is it's a blessing for it to be at this point for everybody involved.
Well, when you have a burst blood vessel, it's in the brain. Even if they do surgery, you don't come back from it.
Well, the thing is, your dad never complained about pain, no matter how bad it was. If you remember that.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell what kind of headaches or whatever he was having that we weren't hearing about.
Because you would ask him how he's doing. He's always doing okay.
Yeah, he's doing okay.
Yeah, never having any pain and always okay. You know, and so yes, he's 92. He had a good life, and so
kids and grandkids, and then wasn't there even one great grandkid?
Not yet. There's two and a half great kids.
Yeah, even one on the way.
Yeah, where he had two great grandsons, and we don't know what the baby that's coming in July. We don't know. Sarah said she didn't want to know what it was, but her 5-year-old son says it's a girl. So, oh, she keeps the chicken coop. Hey,
5-year-olds are smart that way.
Oh yeah, Ron, chickens are worth a lot of money these days. So she's put you out there with her other valuables.
With the money, yeah, got you out there with the money. Keep the eggs safe. Don't let anybody run off with the eggs.
Or the chicken.
Yeah, need both.
Yeah, my brother has a coop, so we get the benefits of the eggs. So. And he just got some new chicks, so it'll be probably about 6 weeks before they'll be putting up the egg production.
Yeah, it'll be a little while.
But yeah, it's good to know that Yellow Rose really values Ron because she has him out with the chickens.
Out there with the valuables. I don't know why my phone keeps wanting to go dark. Didn't used to do this.
You're just having.
Why is it? I don't understand. I haven't changed any settings. So how could it be doing something different from what it's done?
Well, now I don't know.
When we're streaming and whatever, it stays on.
Mine just did an update, so you might have a software update sitting there waiting on you.
Oh, yeah. Updates and passwords. And
yes, Yellow Rose, I did. So
I need at least 3 new ways to sign into my accounts. I don't have enough ways to sign in yet. But my favorite one is the fingerprint, thumbprint.
You didn't used to think that because the thumbprint scanners weren't very good in the day.
Yeah, but they are now. And I don't care who's got it. They can have my thumbprint all they want, but they can't find the rest of me.
Well, I remember when we lived in Texas, that was they were just starting out the thing where when you got your driver's license, you had or cashed a check, you had to give them your thumbprint.
Yeah. Yeah, now you want to buy a pack of cigarettes or booze, you got to have your license scanned.
Yeah.
That's all that. See, people just, they're worried about the wrong thing all these years. Everybody's all worried about privacy. No, you don't need to worry about privacy. You got to worry about robots. AI robots. That's the big worry. Don't worry about privacy because you've already lost it. If you're alive in the United States and have a telephone or a social security card, you don't have any privacy.
No.
Sorry to tell you. You are an entity of the corporation of the United States of America Incorporated.
Hi, Mama Jan. See you when you get back. Yes, from the cradle to the grave, they can pretty well track you unless you live a cash life and never get on the internet.
Well, we can take care of both of them real quick.
Not as long as we have auto pay on any of our bills.
Well, those can all be taken care of pretty quick too. Bill, what bill? I know a few bills.
Yeah,
We're gonna be back.
the last batch of chickens my brother got, I was trying to think of what his wife said they were called. She said some of them are what she called Easter egg chickens. And then she couldn't remember what the rest of them were. So it'll be interesting to see. We got some that lay green eggs, and Dr. Seuss come true. Green eggs.
Hey, as long as the eggs are green and not the ham, we're good. If the ham's green, I'm not doing it. I know what's the matter when ham turns green. Can't blame Mr. Seuss for that one.
No.
He ain't eating it either. I was going down to about as low as we can go. Where are we going to go back up high again?
Well, my nephew's wife, and they live in Tennessee. She raises Jersey Giants. That's going back up.
Yeah, bigger chickens.
Yeah.
I like them ones like you got, the little black ones with the feathers on their legs, on their feet.
Yeah, they're a type of Buffington.
It wasn't very big, man. They like good pigs.
Yeah.
I only want one kind of goat. I would take care of it because I like the goat cheese and goat milk.
You can just go over to somebody else's farm and get some. Ain't have no stinking goats.
Well, as long as it's not a Billy, they're the ones that stink. The nannies don't stink.
Click on it.
Yeah, it's getting old having to touch my phone every 5 minutes. It's doing the touch me thing. It needs touched.
I never even heard of Jersey Giants.
Hi, Jamie. Yeah,
Really?
they're a meat and egg chicken. She's been incubating eggs and selling fertilized eggs and the chicks, and she's got a whole little thing going there.
Welcome back, Mama Jan. Glad you made it. That was really cool being able to hear Mama Jan's voice a little while ago. For the first time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we got a phone call came in and on the blue phone while we was coming back from supper.
So Blue got to talk to her too.
Yeah. Or she got to talk to Blue. I don't know which. Yeah, we had to hurry back.
Of course.
Good Mama Jan.
It's about time. Oh, yeah? Just what? Hold my beer.
Yeah, it's in the fridge.
I don't know. You give it to somebody in West Virginia, and not get it back.
It's not beer, sorry. But they still didn't send a check either.
Oh, Jamie and Deborah, we're glad that you did stop in to give us a like and a share. And
Yeah, been a while, Jamie and Deborah. Good to see you.
Hi, Deborah.
I thought I had that fixed.
well,
See?
oh, good.
Now look what you did.
You set off the fire alarm, smoke detector.
No, it's not a smoke detector. It's a weed detector. Works really well, too.
And we have a CO2
And
detector.
don't come on when you smoke cigarettes, only when you smoke weed.
I didn't know we had a CO2 detector.
Well, yeah, every camper has a CO2 detector. It's a mall. You don't have a manufactured camper unless you have a CO2 detector.
Yeah, there's considering all the things that could give off CO2. Yeah, I wouldn't
Or
want
you
one.
can park someplace where the ground's giving off a lot of it. Even
Yeah.
that's even possible. But it was a good ride back. I always like coming down the road in the evening time. Sun behind me instead of in front of me.
Well, as long as you're not playing dodgeball with the deer.
Don't see many. Usually over 40 or 50 of them hunkered together in the field. They don't. Too many of them get by the road anymore.
Well, that's good.
Things gonna be getting a little bit more exciting here starting, I guess, tomorrow. Gotta get with my cat lady, and that's what I told him the one day when I walked in. He
Night.
said, "Hi, Curtis." I said, "Hi, my favorite cat lady." She looked at me like, "What?" Then she grinned, so I figured she didn't mind. But we're gonna get a track skid steer, and start cutting some level spots so people have a level place to stand and sit when they get here.
Oh, that's good. I heard that, Mama Jan. How's the grandson doing? Is he getting his arms
Yeah.
straightened out and getting himself straightened out?
I know there's a setting somewhere on this phone to keep her from doing that, but I'm not sure how it got set to go dark. I need my other techie down here. Hint, hint.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, but I can stick my finger on that calendar. So remember that?
Uh-huh. Tell you where else to stick that finger.
Careful now, it's PG.
I kept it PG.
Yeah, but it was borderline.
But we got a newsletter the other day from the National Center for Constitutional Studies, and they keep sending me really great articles in these newsletters, very worthwhile read. And the one they sent for the week of the 17th, which happens to be today, it's called The Founding Principles of the United States. And just thought I'd do a little read here on it this evening. It says, as the American colonists were preparing to separate from Britain, the soon-to-be independent states were working out the details of their own constitution. King George III had refused to honor their long-cherished rights, and as a result, most Americans came to believe that separation was imminent. Having studied written charters of the past, primarily in English history, the hope was to embrace proven governing practices based on fundamental principles of human happiness and experience with new innovations that would best protect the rights of the people. Now, experiment with new innovations. The result would ultimately be a constitution written by representatives of the people and ratified by the people. Such a novel idea was only to be outdone by taking established principles and embedding them into a Bill of Rights in a form of policy. Americans were on the path to answering history's unanswered questions. Who has the right to declare the law? The Virginia Convention took the lead in this new experiment. Their goal was to determine the powers and branches of their state government, check that power with restraints, ensuring that it emanated from the will of the people, and put it in writing, thus giving it stability and permanence. Before this could effectively be accomplished, a list of principles and a Declaration of Rights was needed as a foundation for their new government. George Mason came forth with a list of principles. Mason was a humble man, a reluctant statesman. While some sought to use this crisis as an opportunity for self-glorification, Mason won the day in the wisdom of humility. Edmund Randolph noted his contribution. Many projects of the Bill of Rights and Constitution discovered the ardor for political notice rather than a ripeness in political wisdom. That holds true today. That proposed by George Mason swallowed up all the rest by fixing the grounds and plan which, after great discussion and correction, were finally ratified. On June 12th of 1776, the Virginia Declaration of Rights was approved by the Virginia Constitutional Convention, and it became the preamble to the Virginia Constitution. Many of the other states used Virginia's Constitution as a prototype when drafting their own. Each proclaimed, as it were, with one voice, their shared belief about the role of government, the need for restraint, and the securing of natural rights. For instance, they guaranteed freedom of speech, the press, and religious worship. Individual liberty was a fundamental law. A free man's remedy against a restraint of his liberty ought not to be denied or delayed, declared the North Carolina Constitution. They recognized other freedom principles too: representative government, trial by jury, the protection against unreasonable searches of people and papers, the forbidding of cruel and unusual punishment, and more. The Declaration of Independence and the first 10 amendments of the U.S. Constitution were influenced by Mason's work. Furthermore, the Northwest Ordinance of 1787 followed Mason's lead. Liberty was catchy. The ordinance promoted freedom, enlightenment, and religious free exercise more than any previous legislative body ever had. Article 1 guaranteed religious liberty. Article 2 guaranteed the benefits of the writ of habeas corpus, trial by jury, and proportionate representation and other natural rights. The Virginia Declaration of Rights contains 16 declarations. George Mason wrote the first 15. Patrick Henry wrote the 16th concerning religious liberty. Declaration 15 says that no free government or the blessings of liberty can be preserved to any people, but by a firm adherence to justice, moderation, temperance, frugality, and virtue, and by frequent recurrence to fundamental principles. The word recurrence means to return to. Mason is declaring to the world that a government based on principle of freedoms will not survive unless the people are continually returning to and applying correct principles to every area of life. Principles guide us in making the right decisions personally and politically. They are essential for good character. When Mason wrote the Virginia Declaration of Rights, these principles were well known, believed, and applied. The culture of that day was in harmony with the universal principles of justice. Americans studied these principles, publicly acknowledged them, and dared to proclaim them the foundation of our country. The lesson from George Mason is clear. Americans will not retain their freedom unless we, the people, return to fundamental principles frequently. William Cabell Rives, a former member of the U.S. Senate, observed that, it's Rivas, when we look at the Declaration of Rights prepared by Mason, and which with few alterations was adopted by the convention, we shall find it a condensed, logical, and luminous summary of the great principles of freedom inherited by us from our British ancestors. The extracted essence of the Magna Carta, the Petition of Rights, the acts of the Long Parliament, and the doctrines of the Revolution of 1688, as expounded by Locke, distilled and concentrated through the alembic of his own powerful and discriminating mind. There is nothing more remarkable in the political annals of America than this paper. For the first time in human history, individuals' natural and unalienable rights, not just for Americans, but for all human beings, were written down and acknowledged as the law of the Commonwealth. In a foreword to Robert Rutland's book, George Mason, Reluctant Statesman, Dumas Malone has this to say about Mason's contributions. He was the author of the Virginia Declaration of Rights, which was adopted 3 weeks before the National Declaration of Independence. And in this, he charted the rights of human beings much more fully than Jefferson did in the immortal but necessarily compressed paragraph in the more famous document. Of the contemporary impact of Mason's declaration, there can be no possible question. Draftsmen in other states drew upon it when they framed similar documents or inserted similar safeguards of individual liberties in their new constitutions. Universal in its appeal, it directly affected the French Declaration of Rights of Man and the Citizen of 1789. In our own time, it is echoed in the Declaration of Human Rights of the United Nations. Writing in his old age, Lafayette said, "The era of the American Revolution, which one can regard as the beginning of a new social order for the entire world, is, properly speaking, the era of declarations of rights. More than any other single American, except possibly for Thomas Jefferson, whom in some sense he anticipated, George Mason may be regarded as the herald of this new era, and in our own age, when the rights of the individual human beings are being challenged by totalitarianism around the world, men can still find inspiration in his noble words." In the Virginia Declaration of Rights is made by the representatives of the good people of Virginia, assembled in full and free convention, which rights do pertain to them and their posterity, as the basis and foundation of government. That all men are by nature equally free and independent, and have certain inherent rights of which, when they enter into a state of society, they cannot by any compact deprive or divest their posterity, namely the enjoyment of life, liberty, and the means of acquiring and possessing property and pursuing and obtaining happiness and safety. That all power is vested in and consequently derived from the people, that magistrates are their trustees and servants, and at all times amenable to them. That government is, or ought to be, instituted for the common benefit, protection, and security of the people, nation, or community. Of all the various modes and forms of government, that is best which is capable of producing the greatest degree of happiness and safety, and is most effectively secured against the danger of maladministration. And that when any government shall be found inadequate or contrary to these purposes, a majority of the community has the indubitable, inalienable, and indefeasible right to reform, alter, or abolish it in such manner as shall be judged most conducive to the public weal. That no man or set of men is entitled to exclusive or separate emoluments or privileges from the community, but in consideration of public service, which nor being discernible, neither ought the office of the magistrate, legislator, or judge to be hereditary. That the legislative and executive power of the state should be separate and distinct from the judiciary, and that the members of the two first may be restrained from oppression by feeling and participating the burdens of the people. They should at fixed periods be reduced to private station, return into the body from which they were originally taken, and the vacancies be supplied by frequent, certain, and regular elections, in which all or any part of the former members to be again eligible or ineligible as the laws shall direct. And the rest of it is pretty much like the first 10 articles in the Constitution that compose of the Bill of Rights. So George Mason was an extraordinary writer, and there is a George Mason University, I think it's in Harrisonburg, Virginia, that was started by the man. So that is from the National Center for Constitutional Studies, and I encourage everybody to go over and subscribe. They have a lot of good information that comes out of that. Back in the basement. That's a cool handle. Well, I see Dustin. Would you lose Q?
No, he didn't lose me. We just got some visitors.
Okay.
Donnie and Phoenix stopped by.
I thought your name was Curtis. Your Q. I
That's
never,
where I go by.
I never heard Q.
Yep. Curtis
Okay,
McGibbon.
okay. You want me to call you Q or Curtis?
Whatever feels right for you.
But you're
You know.
Dustin, right?
Oh, I'm Brutus.
He's Dustin, Dusty, Brutus,
Freedom 45.
Freedom 45. And I'm here.
Okay.
We're just keeping Phoenix on one side of the on the other side of the camera.
Oh, okay.
He's young and frisky.
He is pretty frisky. He's starting to get mid-age, though, man. That's what I worry about. That he's like almost 5, or maybe almost 6. He's probably 6 years
I thought he
old.
was younger than that.
Yeah, no, he's about 6, man.
Hmm.
That's you don't know how long you'll get. You
That's
worry
right.
about that. What's going to happen if I lose him?
Well, you figure
My
about
goodness.
somewhere between 10 or 15 years about.
That's
Yeah.
the best saying right here. That's the best saying. from
My eyes are going, man. I can't see it. Life is a journey. Yeah. That's what I try to do, man. That's what I try to do because I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to outlive him or him outlive me because, I mean, at that point, who's going to take care of him or who's going to take care of me?
Well, you'd be able to get another one someday. That's the way we did it.
I didn't want to get another one when I lost Alex. I had a dog named Alex, a big German Shepherd, weighed 100-some pounds. He got cancer, and we had to put him down. I mean, I got him pain medicine and tried to delay it as long as I could. Trying to be good to him and everything, but
What you think?
he made it. The doctor gave him 3 months. He made it 6 months, and then he got to the point where he couldn't get up. at that point, you gotta put him down.
Where's Phoenix at? Let's get Phoenix
He
on
was
there.
only 9 years, and that's
Where'd you
what
go, Phoenix?
I would love to have that dog back. I would love to have Alex back, man.
Why don't you go put him on the camera when he walks away? That's the way dogs do when you get a camera.
Here he is. I would love to have Alex back. I could treat him so much better today than I did back then. Because back then,
Hey, pretty boy.
I was young. I just wanted to party.
Yeah, no pretty boy.
I wasn't worried about. He was fed and everything. He had an automatic feeder. If he got dry dog food, it just fell down. He could have as much as he wanted.
Yeah, that's
And
Phoenix.
that was probably some of his problem. I could have gave him better food and portioned it, and I would love to have that dog back.
Yeah. Things work out the way they work out sometimes.
I miss him so much. I think about him. I'm not gonna say every day, but I think about him at least weekly. Probably every day, because when I think about him, I think about Alex too.
Mm.
And I'm always thinking about him because you gotta feed him twice a day, and I went yesterday. I went and got like, what was it, $60-some in treats when I was down here. And that's why I had plenty. That's why I wanted. I was trying to make up with him. He still don't like me.
Yeah, buddy's under there.
But I was glad he was bitching at me and not at Phoenix. I would rather him do that. When we went to leave, he bitched at me this morning, and he didn't give Phoenix no hard time. Phoenix don't want to fight though. Phoenix is a lover. He don't want to fight.
Yeah.
Like that little dog ran him off the hill. And that was the only time I didn't have a leash on Phoenix. If I would have had a leash on Phoenix, Phoenix wouldn't have ran. And I could have picked that little dog up and just smacked his little ass good. I mean, I wouldn't have smacked it good, but I would have smacked it slightly and then sent him back on his way.
Yeah.
Just to try to teach him a little lesson. I wasn't going to hurt him though at all. Phoenix, what can you do?
In case anybody's wondering, this is our neighbor. He said
He probably already knows that I'm a nut.
We have a bunch of regulars that already know you. Yeah. I just said that in case we had any new people. Sometimes some new folks show up, and our favorite lurkers.
Phoenix, it's okay, honey. He is so impatient. That boy, he has less patience than I do, and that's hard to have.
You took him out for a ride, and then you brought him in there instead of riding. Huh, Phoenix? You should have brought him out for the ride.
But he did. No, he's done been. We had to go to Inwood to do my laundry, so he's done been there, and he was impatient in the car. And I even went to Food Line and got my groceries while my clothes were washing, and got him a toy and everything. He's still, but patience you can't train. That's.
Oh, door's cracked in, man.
Is that,
He's here. Stuff out.
hey, come here.
So what else, honey? You're awful quiet over there.
Oh, I was just listening to Donnie.
Okay.
I gotta use the middle handle.
Oh, the little.
Use the middle handle.
Bud, come here. Buddy,
Am I hilarious?
come here, bud.
What's your wife's name?
Paula
Paula. Am I hilarious?
or Miss Q.
Yeah.
Miss Q. Am I hilarious?
Yes.
Not really. Probably just the way I'm sounding. More so than anything else.
There you are.
How are you tonight? It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Donnie.
And we have 14 people watching too.
Okay. Hopefully they're all fans,
most
not
are all
a
regulars.
bunch of haters.
No, we don't do haters. We got people that like us.
That's good.
Some of them are coming to camp.
This here's my son. See my son? I love this boy. I live for this boy. He's the only thing gets me through the
No,
day and the
somebody
night.
rattled the paper. That's what Phoenix is interested in now.
This little boy gets me through the day and the night. Oh, I don't know. Otherwise, I wouldn't really have no purpose.
He's a good boy. you Okay, it's quiet again now. Dead air.
Yeah,
That's
well,
not good.
we all got our fur babies to help us get it through the day.
That's right.
Almost everybody.
Yeah. Well, Dustin will share Buddy with you.
Dustin doesn't have any choice. As soon as the truck door opens, Buddy's up in my lap.
Slim. Well, it was a long week. You've been gone for a week, so he missed you.
T for Freedom says hi. She's one of our regulars. T for
Okay.
Freedom.
Tell her I said hi.
Yes,
Hello.
you can hear it.
Oh, she can hear. Hi. Hi, Miss Freedom.
C for Freedom. That's her.
Oh, C.
handle on- Yeah.
Hi, C4 Freedom.
Everybody got their YouTube names.
My eyes aren't good. my eyes, especially without my glasses, they're done. I carry my glasses and my vest for work,
Yeah.
and because they're safety glasses, prescription safety glasses, they're trifocals. They're not they're trust me, man, they're expensive. They was $800, man. I paid for them some
What
bitch.
do there?
Because they said if you don't get the good glasses, you'll have like distortion out. I didn't want glasses, but they wanted to put me on the forklift at work. So I had to go take a physical. And that was the only thing I didn't pass was my eyes. And I knew I wouldn't pass it because when I was in the DMV the last time, my eyes didn't pass. But for some reason, a woman just passed me. Is that crazy or what?
Yeah, because usually you're supposed to get glasses whenever you won't pass your eye test.
Yeah, I didn't pass it, but she passed me and she did tell me to get my eyes checked.
Okay, it's gonna be messed up. How to do that?
Are you muted? Oh no, there you are. Well, you have to unmute it. There you are. You were
I don't
muted.
know, but I can hear me.
Yeah.
I want my 22 back, my 21 back. This Samsung S23, you can have it.
Really?
I'm done with it.
It's what they did.
It ain't worth the better camera for all the other crap.
Thank you, Slim. I appreciate it.
And ain't very many people understand what I'm saying, but
Yeah, give Shirlene a hug for us.
Yeah,
Yep.
I could never laugh like that if I had to, man. I don't even know nothing about this. Trying to figure out how you even
man,
go.
we gotta get rid of the decade.
I'm trying to figure out how you even go about that. I have no.
It sounds almost like you've got a YouTube window open someplace. There he goes again. Yeah, smartphones that aren't very smart. That's right. Well, we expect all our machines to be smarter than we are, and then when they're not, then we get aggravated with them. But looking at hopefully things will get straightened out, and the process of getting everything all taken care of will be well underway, and I'll hopefully be in camp when everybody gets there. And for the 27th, there is on the website on 1776 Camp Freedom, there's a new page called Events. And there's announcements there for the Memorial Day shindig and Dustin's birthday, and a picture of our two favorite boys that I thought I had it up, and it must have been one of those days of distraction, because it was there, but it was set on private. So I had to go in and change the settings on that. And then one of the other websites wasn't showing up at all. So I spent most of my morning on the phone with GoDaddy trying to get that all straightened out, which we did eventually. And technology is wonderful when it works. When it doesn't work, it is a pain. As Q is finding out tonight, how aggravating it can be. And I just wanted to come on for a little while this evening and thank everybody for all their
All right. Is that going?
No.
Good. You're not either.
Well, I hate when I echo.
We got to start doing these at 10 in the morning instead of 10 at night.
The only thing is 10 in the morning is only 7 a.m. in California.
Yeah, but you're cutting into my Roku time. And besides, in only a few more days, we don't have to worry about California time for a while.
Yeah.
So you're going to find out about West Virginia time.
Yeah, California is coming to visit the East Coast.
That's right. And I got to talk to her on the way home from supper, and that just made my whole day.
Well, that's cool.
Had a good conversation, and she rang the phone. It came up on the screen, Mama Jan. Not sure how Blue figured that one out, but he did.
I saw on Mother's Day when she posted the picture of her and her mother. That was a great picture.
Yeah, it was. Get this back the way it was here.
But
Yeah, Phoenix wanted to get outside.
yeah, he wanted to finish his walk.
The RV's a little cramped for him. He's long-legged.
And active.
Yeah.
It's not like our dogs that'll lay around and sleep all day if you let them.
Mm-hmm. Well, like you said, just wanted to stop in and get started again on this whole thing and get back to being regular, doing it regular.
Yeah, get back in the groove. Things have all been things have been a little out of whack here the past week, but I wanted to especially thank everybody for their prayers, the love you send, the condolences. Thank you very much for all of that. It means the world to me, and it goes a long way. So I want to thank everybody for that. And
Big for everybody coming hanging out tonight.
And we'll try and get a little more regular schedule going. Things will probably still be a little iffy between now and the funeral, but we'll try and get here as much as we can.
Well,
So-
once we get you and the pups down here, it'll be a lot smoother.
Yeah, you think so, huh?
Well, and we can guarantee that's going to happen before the rally. So,
Yeah. Thank
Definitely
you.
before the rally.
He put his finger on the calendar.
Fingers on the calendar.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things I can say there, but I'll just leave that one like that.
All right, we'll do. How about we do Patriot hugs and thanks everybody for being here. Love y'all and more later.
Yes. Be blessed. Be safe. More later.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Bye, Doug.